Today we're going to crochet a plaid woven bag. The whole bag is woven with many branches. I didn't add lining inside the bag. What if you want a stronger effect? You can add a lining yourself. Next we begin to crochet. Let's knit this short piece of paper first. What about this short one? We have 41 braided pins. We'll line around our index finger. Tie a loose knot. Then put the crochet. Put it in. Put it in. Let's start knitting our braids. Winding. 1. Winding.
2.
Winding. 3. Winding. Hook out. 4. Winding. Hook out. 5. So, we formed 5 braided pins. 12,345. We can count the braids we crocheted. A braid. It means a shot. We're at the first. On the first braid, use a marking port. Make a mark. Now we are good enough. 5 braids. What's next? Go ahead and hook your braids. Really? We are going to hook 41 braids. 6. 7. 41 braids. We've done it. We turn to the back of it. We can see us. We can see our braids. His front. It has 2 on the front. This one, her. The lined segments form a wheat spike-like braid. From his. Be exempted. Put it in here like this. What about this? It was his lesion material that started it, her. The mountain on the back of this. Only provoke this mountain to hook it. This is our first shot. We'll start with our second stitch and hook up the second stitch. That is this. Look up. Hook. Lead. Drawing. Needle. Crochet winding. Pull out. Pull the thread from our crochet straight into our last coil. This is a drawing needle. Where's our first shot? Buckle with a mark. Buckle it.
Then,
We'll continue. Go to the needle skipping hook on the back of each pigtail to pull out the needle. We come. Second needle. Winding. Hook out. 1 coil. Then put. The hooked coil is pulled in directly. The last coil in gouge on. This will form a braid inside. This is the second needle. We've hooked out 2 stitches now. Next. Let's go on. Good unwinding. Take the coil out. Then pull the hooked coil directly closer. In the last coil on the high needle. We're on this braid. A total of 40 extraction needles can be selected. And now? We got it. The last 2 stitches. The last 2 stitches. $39. Then we take the mark off. Take it off. This is our last shot. We picked him too. Then 40 short needles are enough for our first lap. Next, let's hook our second lap. Winding. Tick out. A braid pin. This braid really works. Every lap, everything started well. The hook weaves a strange needle. Then we turn the paper over. Flip. Then continue to crochet our second lap. The second lap is the same. In the second circle, we also knitted 40 drawing needles. What about different places? It's where we put the needle. It's braided. The center of this braid. It's from the center of our pigtail to the outside. Pure. Just other external versions. The crocheting drawing needle. What about this? It's our drawing needle. What about the first stitch? That's it. Pick him. Certificate handling. Winding brings out a coil. In the last coil. What about this? It's the first stitch in our second lap. He can't stand this pigtail. Pick it. This is the first stitch in our second lap. What's next? We follow this method. Continue to crochet the center of the pigtail. Outward. External truth. Tick out. Pull directly into the previous coil. This is our second specialty. Three. 4. The last shot. It's the needle we're holding on to. We've always been picky about his Wi-Fi. Make a mark. Take it off. Then, let's take a lucky line. Really? Then turn the paper over. Flip. Let's continue to crochet our third line. What about the lines we formed like this? It's the same little braid. It's not particularly obvious yet. Now it's a row of braids. Then as we get higher and higher, more and more words. Rows will become obvious. That's hooking up here. Then we have to tick 12,345 altogether. It's 5 higher than that. Form 5 braids. Then add this remote braid. There are 6 braids. Let's 6 rows of braids. That's right. I'm 9 now. To the 10th row. It's good enough for us to take the last stitch. The last shot is good enough. When it's good enough, let's tick 1. Chi Legion. It's 1 level higher than Legion. Then cut the thread. Pull out the fairy grass directly. Then again. One of our short strips is good enough. What about this shorty? We use it on the bag cover. We have 40 shots. Common hook. 10 elements. It takes 9 out of 4. Next, let's follow this method. 5 more trees. 88 stitches high. Timeline then hook. 3 horizontal bars 7. 96 true skill line 90. Tick another side bar. 88 stitches. 10 rows in total. What's next? We'll start assembling. First sew the 3 horizontal strips together. Put the horizontal bar on top of the vertical bar. Then our first French fries. It's under our bar. Then the second. What about the second vertical bar? Just want to on top of this bar. What about the third one? Namely, horizontal bar pressing vertical bar. What about the fourth? It's French fries. And the fifth. It's a horizontal bar, a vertical bar. And then we What about the second group? Be exactly the opposite of the first group. Then the first of our first group is the horizontal bar and vertical bar. The first one in our second group must be French fries. French fries, horizontal fries. Then the second is the voltage regulation vertical bar. The third one is French fries. The horizontal bar is exactly the opposite. We've like this. We've like this. Then we put the third one in. The third right second and the second are completely opposite groups. It's horizontal fries. What about the second one? We are French fries. Then press the horizontal bar against the vertical bar. For our French fries. Very selective. Then you have to press French fries. So we can assemble it. What about these at the bottom? Let's pull it a little longer. Enough to cover our front body. Then we take out the pick on our side. What about the first one? To prepare to. Inside. Then the second one. Outside. What about the third? Just pass it to him. Then continue to weave here. And then put it in there. Then follow outside. This is in there. This. Just change it outside. This one will change it into it. Then we came here. This way. Let's go in here. Let's go in. And then it's on the outside. Then save it here. Put it in like this again. It's a head. Our first one is to weave from the bottom. It's the magic pressure regulating bar. Then the bar. The vertical bar is completely opposite to the group in front of us. That's it. From now on, this is the first is the horizontal bar pressing the vertical bar.
Then
The second is the vertical bridge and the horizontal bar. I'll just assemble it first. If this is the tightness, we'll pull and adjust it later. Then here are the horizontal fries. Put it in like this. Paranoid. What about the fourth? Namely, the first one is numbers. Horizontal fries. Then French fries and horizontal fries.
Then
Horizontal fries. Here's another one we haven't compiled. We'll stretch him hard here. Let's bring in the last one. Come. Spring comes. I wanted to give it to do. Let's pull it.
yes.
So what? We'll give him our number back. About his every position. Nongdu has another number buckle to fix it. In this way, the bag cover will not fall off in the future. Bag. After we have compiled this theme, let's weave his bag cover. We can turn the whole bag over like this. The method just now is similar. The last tree demon. The one below the horizontal bar, we have to be the horizontal bar and vertical bar. In this way, we can get the effect of weaving. Sing. We put it. Pull him. The webbing is elastic. Just pull this length. What about when we find the length? Let's give it to him at this number. The four edges are buckled up for him with this fake buckle. Ali's QQ. What's next? Let's start to buy an edge for our whole bag. What about the edges around us? It's okay to sew with our needle and thread. It is also possible to wrap an edge with a circle of drawing pins. I personally think so. If the drawing needle is wrapped around the edge, it will be more beautiful. We'll find a place. Start throwing edges at it. I'll find a place it will. Start wrapping it. I haven't hidden these threads yet. I'll show you. This is a way to wrap the edges. Where's this thread? Let's hide ourselves. Try it yourself. Then we buckle the mark from our mark. Cancel. From. Remember the circle marked after. Shunyi district. Then along with the inside. Lips. Through together. Through together. Then we bring in one of our lines. Add. But if, after substituting in, we say next winter, because where's my thread? It's this 16 strand. And then, easier, share splitting. Then, if the crocheting is convenient, it is not very smooth. What if we use milk cotton pairs wheat? It should be better. Bring it out. Seduce Bajan. Mark it here. This is the first stitch.
Then.
We'll follow this method. Seduce Bajan. Let's wrap it. Hello everyone. Take it off. Then a while. Lin Nong. We also need to wrap a film. In the last burst of concentration, pick the outermost edge. Jump out together. Then seduce him to eat. This is what our side 8 looks like. Then we came to the next group. Next group. Then we will follow this method to give him the edge. Wrap it up like this. Let's start from this place. Then start the package.
Package.
And then came all the way here. Then around the corner. This mobilization case around the corner. We can mobilize 2 needles at the same religo. And earn this side. Then wrap this side. Then we'll cook it from here. After that, I wrapped this bag cover. We're connecting to our bag. Then put his here. I even came for a lap. Then go again. Then connect here. Let's wrap the whole body. What happens when it's wrapped? We can't wrap our back photo with a pull-out needle. We can sew needles with our hands. Let's sew it like this. Turn to sew.